Before I forget about this, I wanted to share this morning about the state of being. So, a lot of times we'll say things like the state of the world is whatever, or the state of business or the state of the economy. But what about the state of you? So, I'm just sharing this because there's easy ways to check the state of your emotions, the state of your being, the ways you are showing up for yourself. And a book recommendation that I have for that is Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. It is a hefty book, but if you just commit to reading 10 pages a day, and don't just read it, there are a lot of exercises in that book. Do them. And one of the exercises, I can't remember it because it's been many, many years since I've read that book. One of the exercises has you describe, like, I want to say your day or what's going on in your life or a situation you're thinking about, and write that all down. Do that exercise. What you'll find out is you're using words very regularly to describe your life, to describe your work, to describe your relationship, to describe yourself. And those words have power. They're containers of power. If you are a religious person, many religious texts talk about words having power. Um, if you believe in energy and how that all transpires, those words carry power. And then if you just think about, on a practical sense, if you were getting ready for a romantic evening, what songs would you choose? What words would be used in those songs? And that's a very um, good illustration of how words carry power. So, what words are you using to describe your life, your situation, your dreams, your goals, your relationship, your job? What's going on with you? Are they very forward thinking? Are they creating what you want, or are they solidifying what you don't want? Again, if you look up Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins, there is a section very early on in the book that talks about your language and the power of your language, and really using that very simple tool to shift things in your life. So, yeah, that's a great tool to use. So if you have your journal, which I love, this is living genuinely, and I love using my journal. I've journaled for 30 years, and in one of my journals, as I go along, I'm sure I'm going to find that exercise in the journal, and it'll be interesting when I do find it. I'm guessing it's around 2010 that I read that book. Um, I will find a part in there about words that I was using. And when I became aware of this, now again, it is now 2023, so that's been 13 years of practice. So if this is new to you and you haven't been watching your words, don't panic. This is a tool that will evolve over time, and you will find your way, and everybody begins somewhere. I love that many people, I know I've heard Marie Forleo and maybe Tim Ferriss talk about um, being okay to suck at something. And that's a harsh word, because really being a beginner doesn't mean you suck. It just means you're a beginner. That's all it means. Again, words are powerful. And the way that you're framing things with your words and the power that they have is big. So choose them wisely. And you can even start, I have in my hair, you can even start with something simple. Like when you get up in the morning, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Is it doom and gloom and dread and fear and whatever? That will give you a clue to the state that you're normally operating in. And you get to choose. I know it doesn't always feel like it, but you can choose. And a journal is a great tool to help you choose. It doesn't have to be intense, it doesn't have to be formal, it doesn't have to follow a pattern or be perfect. Just grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and start writing. And you will get so many clues into how you're thinking and ways you're being and ways to improve. And you can do that bit by bit by bit. just like I've done for the past 30 years or so. So hopefully that helps you. Hopefully you're encouraged today that you've got so much more power than you think, and it really just starts with your words. Um, Use them wisely. Also, another book that you could listen to on audio by I believe it's Frances Scoville Shin, called Your Words Are Your Wand, very old book. A lot of Earl Nightingale, a lot of Jim Rohn material talks. Those are, a little older, but there's a lot of wisdom. It's still true. It still rings true. So I encourage you to pay attention to your words. Pay attention to what's coming out of your mouth, because it's a good clue as to how you're creating and moving in a direction that is following what's coming out of you, because that's what's going on inside you. And it's just like a really good clue. This is what's going on inside me. Do I want this, or do I want something different? And it can be as simple a shift, starting with changing your words. So try it. Comment down below if it works and your experiences with this, or resources you've used to help you shift in this way.